Very quick proof of chaos message regarding what happened in the Afghan community. So I had posted that. Long story short, during the war, they had kidnapped a bunch of men and women and put them on farms to work for companies that are partly owned by people that work in the government. And this came out yesterday, and a lot of people saw what they were doing. So I just wanted to say that somebody passed away last night. I don't know who's watching my channel and who's doing this. I just have to say on record. I just figured that you should take people out of virtual reality and let their family members go home. So, this man right here, yeah, Alex Kadavi, he was a dermatologist. He passed away because he wanted to start a beauty brand, and two of his friends and his uncle were involved in that. They get product from one of those farms to make their beauty product. So, this is one of the reasons why he passed. This has been like an ongoing investigation for the past few months. The minute they opened up this virtual reality, and then they said, let me see if I can communicate with my family members, and that's been the biggest thing. Now, there's another thing right here. U.S. reported plot. It was the U.S. that created a reported plot to kill a Sikh separatist in America with India. So he partnered with the president of India, Modi, to kill one of the Shakir Shank. And this is like very serious what's happening right now with Nadeem, Samir, and Tessawar, their channel, and RG Tech and the rest of them, S News, and a few others that are posting everything that's going on here, because this is coming from the fact that they tried to put me in that psych ward, and then India blasted the fuck out of them for playing like that. And then they also got hit for stealing from India and playing with the Indians out in the Caribbean, where you guys don't know that there's like a big Indian population in like Guyana, the Caribbean, something called Kalima Puja that they were using. And there's something about black mustard seed, the Nigellas, the three Nigellas, and then putting that with cardamom, green cardamom or black cardamom. That's vicious. And giving people that. And this is where you're getting all these suicide spells. That's where this is coming from the Nigellas. I have to do a whole presentation on the Nigellas and what that looks like for them to be putting those things together. And it's like making its way through the food system of India. They got caught so badly because everyone's family started going in on them. Like, why is it that you guys are they have success, they have money, they have fame, and then all of a sudden they're committing suicide because it was that Nigella magic that they were using on them, and it was from space. There we go. Oh, this is one of my favorite songs, Moro Maldito. But I just wanted to say that because, thank you. Give me 1 second. Okay. Now I have to say that. Look at this. University of Chicago Aeromedical Network flight attendant Kelly Horn, taking people's kids by private flight and plane. You guys, by private flight and plane. You guys have to understand that jets and planes and private flights and boats and stuff like that, and switching people's kids at birth. And what came out in Chicago was some lady just leaving her baby. You guys have to be very careful with that. This is like very much going around like wildfire, and this is a surefire sign that this is actually happening. Because look at this right here, right? And then this Ali Masumi, same thing. Pulmonologist, same thing. Grapeseed playing with that company called Sadaf. It's a company in Arab land, very popular even in America. It's like like basically how Sanrio is popular in America. It's Sadaf is popular with Asians. It's like from Asia, but it's popular in America. That's how Sadaf is, that company. So they went to go play with Sadaf, and then they played with Sadaf, and that's why one of these men, he passed away because he was involved with playing with Oud and stalking and harassing a few Afghani families. That's why I just have to say this, because a lot of people are getting ready to gear up with lawsuits against the California Endowment, the property management company. It's called Commercial Property Real Estate, Commercial Property Management. Just Google David Sufer and you'll find him. And that Suferian group is also them. Suferian, that's all them playing games. Oh, I'm Armenian, I'm this, I'm that. There are white men that want to go take on different names because they're war criminals and they're wanted by the police. They know his real name. That's fine. The community has it. Look at this. Jograda De La Torre. Another person killed. A successful hairstylist from Fort Myers, gossiping in that chair, gossiping when you're doing hair, and people really finding mind to smack you out. Died. There's been a few deaths in the Filipino community that's been really ratchet. and it's like very extreme what's been going on, but it's because of that Pancit and that longanisa Cheong. You guys cannot do that. You're putting Cheong and longanisa and everyone's eating it. People's kids are dying. It's starting a war. We barely get our Filipino goods anyways. We have to either go back or order it really expensive, and you guys are doing too much. It's just too much. So, oh look at 2 dead after explosion. Where? U.S.-Canada border. Ooh-wee. They shut down the U.S.-Canada border because of an explosion. But Bethany Frankel, her interior designer, is dead. Woo, that's very interesting. I wonder what happened in the house or what she installed in the house as the interior designer that got this started. Right. Pregnant Brazilian news anchor dies along with her unborn child. Good. After paying for love spells so she can get a baby out of this man again, she died from the magic that she was putting out. You have to be very, yes, I told you guys about those love spells, but didn't I say it though? I said that these love spells, when you guys are casting them, you don't know what it's requiring to get that magic going. You don't know if that man has a mate. You don't know what the practitioner did. And if you did know, then you should know better that you're going to get karma. And I'm saying that right now, a lot of the karmics have gone through things where they're getting pregnant. And then they're playing with love spells and then they're getting married or getting pregnant, and those contracts are all broken because it's no longer that time. That's not possible anymore. You will just get removed, and that's what I'm saying. Sometimes when you cast those love spells, it's going to require your life force behind that. You may have to carry that magic with you or that unborn child. That's how the magic may end up getting like cleared. And because she was playing with that dream machine, the black fucking nigger bitch, the chanting and the screaming is blasting off her body for the technology that they were playing with. That's so sad for you to pass away with your baby. And that's how they're talking about cremations now, because the technology is blasting on people's bodies during funerals and it's starting fights. Like, woo, baby. I can't even tell you. That's so serious for that to be going on. That's so sinister. Yeah, Houston attorney charged for killing 2 inmates with drug-laced papers. Meaning, oh, like I went into jail and I gave them these documents to sign or look at, or we fed them paper and it was laced with chemicals. Yeah, so he got caught up. This is very serious in Texas and Houston for him to get caught like that. You guys have to be careful playing like that. Woo! Berluti CEO, Gucci sues several retailers over alleged counterfeit. Because I told you, when I went to that psych ward, there was a lady there. She was wearing hi Whoopi. Oh, you're so sweet. Love, love, and love. There's happiness here. Oh, he just wanted to say hi. Mother, I see you. He's one of the original high priests. Let me show you. Well, it's one of those like terrier bulldogs, the one that have the long face, like that. And you don't really see them you don't really see them anymore because they stopped coming to the planet. They blocked their akasha. So when you see them, they're very rare. That means that that's a really high priest. And that's a good sign for warfare. That's a good warfare message too. That there was something about dog trafficking that they got caught because somebody went to jail. There's something too about you guys need to go adopt pit bulls at the shelter. There's one really big shelter in LA. It's like by Hollywood. Or like by Japantown, and they have a bunch of pit bulls, like purebreds there, because somebody's kennel got robbed. Somebody's kennel was raided, and then they were also robbed by the police. But it was Erin Haney that told on them to like distract from what she was doing. Like, oh, I know they have a grow or something. They're not just selling dogs, so they all went to jail, and then all their dogs ended up in the kennel. Yeah, they're breeders. Yeah, and one of the high priestesses, she was pregnant, and she's like holding those babies. She got rid of 3 of them in an abortion. Woo! Because she didn't want them ending up in the shelter and like passed all around. She wanted to keep her babies. So I just had to say, one of the things that happened with Gucci is when I was at that psych ward, there's a lady that walked in. She works for Martha. She walked in and she was wearing a big red Gucci sweater and some shoes, just showing you that we got these from Nordstrom. I don't want to be involved in this. And then she spent all day making sure that the suppliers knew why she was there and knew what was going on, and they went to go look in the computer, and sure enough, they found that all their clothes were counterfeit. That Martha had taken over 2 factories in Spanish America, held people hostage to make all these clothes, and then took the real stuff and started selling it on Poshmark and starting a bunch of shit. Because they're all broke. Imagine that being that ghetto and disgusting and trashy and delusional, and you don't even know people are looking at you like that. Like, what's wrong with you? So I just had to say that. This is one of the reasons why this got started. Yeah, he was playing with the Dream Machine overlay. They lost a bunch of money. That's why he had to step down. He didn't know that him playing with that technology was going to come out, and then that they were actually using that on him the whole time. And that's why they weren't making any money. So That's all I have to say about that. That's very like serious for them to be going and doing all that and getting involved in that. And now Gucci is crashing, Hermes is crashing, Kate Spade, all the major names, Jimmy Choo, they're all crashing. Speaking of crashing and crashing and crashing, speaking of crashing, speaking of Santorini Sunrise by Escada, don't ever try that again. There's something very sinister going on with targeting a few people that make fragrances because their family members are rats in the cartel. His product is back on stock, $89 at right at CVS Rite Aid. That's perfect for me. I feel like that's how much it should be because it's some good stuff and you don't want to undervalue his stuff because he's using real flowers and he's not going and buying like old stuff like Lars de Temps and then remixing it, which a lot of people do that. I don't think that's a bad thing, but he's actually growing stuff from scratch and doing stuff from scratch. Martha has another website. It's called fragrancenet.com and she was selling his stuff on there for $23. $23 for Santorini Sunrise. That's like, oh, woo! If anything can get you pregnant, it's just even dirty bitches. They need to put this on and people will take you like serious for like 2 minutes. And then not, because where did you get that from or who are you stalking? Be careful when you guys are running around trying to be like me and starting shit and people are like, where are you getting that from? But where are you getting these ideas from? But where are you getting that from? But I want everyone to go get that Santorini Sunrise. Yeah. Emotep cursed their website so badly. I barely made it out of the checkout. Barely. He was like, you know what? I'm only going to let you have this because I like the way this smells on you. But after this is done for this website. Yeah. Yeah. I crashed it because of what they were doing, starting hella shit. Selling people stuff off for hella cheap. I'm telling you. The 1 ounce bottle was 23. But when you go to Ulta or Sephora and they sell the travel size, it's $24. The travel size. All right, so imagine selling the whole bottle like that. That's what I said. You guys are playing hella games. They do. I think they have the 3 ounce on there for like 50 something, but for the most part, that's what I saw. And I just had to say something. Floyd Mayweather wanted to buy a house. Instead, he exposed a real estate tax scam. Didn't I tell you that they were playing in his bank account? I told you Mayweather and them are buying properties and they're not fucking playing. Hi, brother. Yes, you guys started hella shit in LA. You started hella much with some of these celebrities. And now because what you guys did, your name is no longer something that people care about. Oh, it's just Fenty. I don't really care about that. I can return it with water or some shit like that because my dad has like a little tool that you use in the cartel. It's like something that like that. People don't care. It doesn't matter. I don't care. I would say I know some of the stores do, but you should buy it straight from her website then. And that's how people have been doing them. How her product got switched out. Like, oh, you have the Fenty Beauty stamp for that cartel because you can go buy it online or go get it custom made. And they're just stamping the palettes and stamping the lip colors and all that type of stuff and getting the fuck up out of there and making off with a bunch of product because she's hella ghetto. So I wanted to say that they were buying houses for torture chambers because you guys did too much with those kids and they got pictures and videos and images and no. And you guys have to understand, you guys have watched my channel for 2 years. I don't talk about celebrities and I don't support a lot of celebrities because they're just like us. I don't get into that hype. But I'm proud about some of these celebrities and the action that they took to handle their business. Like this big ass real estate tax scheme that they had and playing in people's bank accounts and starting shit with houses. And I talked about this with some guy that passed away in Vegas. How they were selling properties and then they didn't tell you that the property had like a bunch of liens on it or a bunch of bullshit, or they're forcing people into bankruptcy by not telling you that there's repairs and stuff like that so they can rebuy the property for pennies on the dollar and pay off all the debts. The hell of ratchet and goofy. Yeah, 4 Russian intelligence officers poisoned from dinner laced with arsenic in Ukraine. Yeah, FSB, which is the equivalent of FBI in Russia, they got hit. Honestly, you guys should be paying attention because that's how you're about to get hit. Because you're starting hella shit and it's so unnecessary. You have to understand people don't want to play with you. So you're gonna go through chaos. Yeah, I just have to put that out there, you guys. Thank you. I just have to put that out there. So you guys know what's currently going on and what's getting started. Oh, this High Priestess has a message. It's not Thursday, but let's look at this. The lion, whoo, oh, that's for somebody. That's all you need to see. It's already there, so you might as well just do that, and I'll clean myself up. Oh, and they're doing this as competition every year in Florida, like how to kill so many of these at a time, because they're lionfish. and to play with her too. If you see any of these in the store, they're selling as seafood. Don't just call the police on those people because they're selling poison. You're never supposed to eat these, especially those with portal functions. This is saying don't eat and you're going to get poisoned in those functions. Okay, you guys. So that's all I had. That was just a quick message. A lot is going on. This is from 9 years ago in San Diego. I feel like there's something coming up with that dress from Old Navy, or something coming up with Old Navy and that dress in the season, and a bunch of shit going missing. All right, you guys. That's all I have to say. Thank you so much for watching.